Hey guys, this is Unibsif Fancy Dance here, and today I'm gonna be giving you guys my thoughts on the Blue Green Vacations duels last night. And if you want to know why I'm filming this right now in the morning time, is just because Duel 2 was actually delayed by rain and it actually went late into the night. But luckily for me, I actually stayed up and watched the end of Duel 2. And yeah, I mean, both duels were pretty good here. So yeah, I mean, so in Duel One, Alvaro dominated and won that duel. And in Duel Two, Austin Dillon pulled off a surprise win and won that duel. And yeah, I know I'm using a 13 card right here, but the reason why I'm using a 13 card for 2311 reason is just because I don't have a 23 card yet. So yeah, that's why I have it there, and I'll get some more about that 13 in the background. But yeah, Duel 2, it actually had more chaos than the first one. I mean, the first one, there was no wrecks at all, and it was just calm racing. But the second one, there was just more action, and there was accidents in it. So yeah, I mean, as you can see here, Christopher Bell, he got second, Ryan Newman third, Logano fourth, and Ryan Priest fifth here. And yeah, I mean, there's one thing I want to talk about here. As you can see here, I have the 96 Ty Dillon right here, and unfortunately, he actually did not make it into the Daytona 500. I mean, honestly, I feel bad for Ty Dillon. He ran a great race last night, and yeah, I mean, I'm just a little confused of how he didn't make it because he ran so well. I mean, he actually got beat by Priest, and that's how Austin Cindric is in the Daytona 500. Because if Priest was ahead of Ty Dillon, then Austin Cindric would have been in the Daytona 500. I mean, if Cindric was actually behind Timmy Hill, then Timmy Hill would have probably got into the Daytona 500. But yeah, I mean, I actually like Cindric, and I'm happy for Cindric to be in the Daytona 500, but I just feel bad for Ty Dillon. And yeah, I mean, and if you want to know why I have another 13 right there, that's actually Garrett Smithley, because he actually was the number 13 for the second duel, but unfortunately he got into an accident with like 4 to go after making a move on Keselowski, and that just caused like a 5-car or 6-car accident. I'm not sure, but we'll go to that later. And yeah, I mean, there was one part on the first duel where Cole Custer actually lost control on the final lap, and he just spun out, and he might have to go to a backup car for the Daytona 500. So, and yeah, I mean, if you would have crashed the car last night, then you would have to start at the rear of the Daytona 500. But yeah, I mean, as you also can see here, I have the 40 of Alex One. I mean, he actually had engine issues, but we don't know if he's still going to be on the pole or not for the Daytona 500. I mean, things could change, but we'll just see what happens. I mean, I think he might still be on the pole, but I'm not sure. And yeah, so I mean, and also I have Hamlin right there. I mean, I think he may have ran out of fuel at the end. So I mean, he dropped off the pace with everyone else. I mean, I'm just not sure what happened to him. I mean, I think he just ran out of fuel. And yeah, so I mean, now we're gonna talk about Duel 2. I mean, there was one part before the final accident where I believe Chase Briscoe just lost control, and Anthony Alfredo, BJ McLeod, Kaz Grala, and Garrett Smithley were all involved. I mean, Alfredo and McLeod were both done. I mean, McLeod didn't run a pretty good race, but Alfredo was in the back of the field, but both those guys were done, and I believe they'll be in the back of the Daytona 500 though. And yeah, I mean, Briscoe might have to go to the rear too because he had some damage. And yeah, I mean, probably goes the same for Kaz Grala. I mean, we'll get into more about Grala later. But yeah, I mean, and then with like 4 laps to go in this race, I mean, Garrett Smithley actually pulled to the inside and to the outside of Keselowski, and that just set off an accident where Keselowski just got turned into Noah Gragson, and that just started like another accident that actually took out like Ross Chastain, Keselowski, Gragson, Smithley, and also they actually got William Byron too, so that's why I have him right here. And yeah, it's likely that Byron has to go to the rear of the Daytona 500 though. I mean, honestly, I feel bad for Byron. I mean, he won here last August. And yeah, I mean, I feel bad for Byron for getting that luck there. But yeah, I just feel bad for him. I mean, it sounds like Chastain will have to go to the rear. And for Noah Gragson, unfortunately, he did not make the Daytona 500. And honestly, I feel bad for Gragson. I mean, I wanted him to be in the Daytona 500 if he was in the Daytona 500 along with Austin Cindric, that would have been a nice battle between those two. Since they're both still in the Xfinity Series, next year Austin Cindric will move over to the Wood Brothers and take over the 21 and replace Max Benedetto. But yeah, and now to the end of Duel 2. Like, on the back straightaway, Derek Cope, he was moving really slow. I'm not sure what. I believe he had fuel issues. That's what someone on YouTube said. But if he was on the track, then that would have probably been a bad accident there. But yeah, and Truex, he actually fell back after falling into the middle of the field, like just getting three-wided, as Mike Joy said there. And yeah, Bubba Wallace, he was leading coming off 4, but then Austin Dillon pulled to the inside and won the duel. We know that Austin Dillon has won the 2018 Daytona 500, but honestly, I feel like Austin Dillon might be a good super speedway racer. He has one win on a super speedway, and that was the Daytona 500 in 2018. And yeah, RCR this year, they look really fast this year. Especially with Trackhouse with an alliance with them. And yeah, honestly, I kind of feel bad for Bubba Wallace, though. Honestly, I can see big things are in store for 23XI Racing, because they were fast in qualifying on Wednesday, and yeah, they almost won this duel last night. But yeah, maybe 23XI Racing could make it into the playoffs, but I didn't predict them to make the playoffs. But I would be happy if they would make the playoffs. But we'll just wait and see what happens this season. But yeah, I just want to give my thoughts on these duels here. And yeah, I actually had to stay up until 11 p.m. in my area of Texas to watch this duel here. But yeah, honestly, Duel 2 was a good one, and Duel 1 was still good. But yeah, and also another thing right here, you can see I have the top 5 right here: Dylan, Bubba, Harvick, Kyle, and Elliott. So that was your top 5 right there. And yeah, I'm glad that Kyle got 4th though. Yeah, I actually picked Byron to win this duel, and unfortunately he did not win it. It would not matter if Byron would have won, because it was already on the front row for the Daytona 500, but it's unlikely he's gonna stay on the front row. And yeah, like for Duel 2, I actually picked Bubba Wallace to win that one, but since he was not in that duel, I actually picked Larson to win it. But I believe he finished like 7th place, I think. But yeah, that's still good though. So yeah, I just want to give my thoughts on the duels here. I'll do my review for the Daytona 500 after that race will be over. And yeah, so I think Chase will win the Daytona 500 though. That's what I predicted in my winter predictions video that I made a while back. So yeah, so I'll do my review for the Daytona 500 when that race is over. So yeah, so anyways, thank you guys for watching. I'll see you guys later.